Alright, just waiting for things and stuff to work properly and kind of go from there. Let's see what we can find. So I'll make sure everything's working away. And if it is working, then I'm happy. Of which everything seems to be working on that side. I am streaming on multiple platforms tonight. I'm going for Twitch and YouTube at the same time. So we'll see what happens. Of which everything seems to be working. Cool. Alright, so both Twitch and YouTube seem to be good to go. If there's any weird errors or anything like that, let me know, and we'll kind of go from there. Either way, for those of you who are not in the know or anything like that, I am ThatStevenRice. I am a digital artist, graphic designer, brand person, all that kind of fun, goofy stuff that everybody always says whenever they start any type of stream. So that's where I am. That's where we're going. Haven't streamed in quite a while because I've been mostly just busy. I just completed a move across town a little bit to a new apartment with just me and my son, and that was hectic to say the least. And then trying to make a living as a full-time artist on top of that is just as hectic, if not more hectic. But you have me back. I know everybody was so worried about where the streaming was. I know you're lying, but that's fine. So hello. You'll notice one thing is I'm actually not using Photoshop right now. Actually, I decided to use today's stream just to noodle around and paint and all that kind of stuff in Clip Studio Paint instead. Why? Just because it's something different. No real reason other than just wanted to try it and see what we have going on. But yeah, either way, we will get this kind of going here. I just need to set up my Wacom and get that all ready to go for Clip Studio here and get shortcuts and stuff. I know it's super entertaining looking at this white screen, not knowing what's going on here and everything, but I promise we'll do something here very, very shortly. All right. Okay. All right. Everything seems to be set up. Now, whether it actually is or not, I don't know. Let's find out here. Does not look like my undo key is working. However, rotation's working fine. I don't use undo that often anyway, so I'm just going to paint around and see what we can kind of do. I have no ideas. Not a single idea as to what I'm gonna do or anything of that nature. I'm just gonna start painting around, and if it turns out to be absolute horseshit, then it turns out to be absolute horseshit. But we'll paint around and see what we can kind of find here. So this looks like a nice layering water brush. Nah, I don't like it. Like I said, this is my second time using Clip Studio Paint, so I don't really know what to expect at all. I didn't download any special brushes or anything like that at all. I'm just kind of noodling around, and if there's anybody there who knows Clip Studio Paint a little bit better, I'd love to take some tips, tricks, hints, all that kind of stuff. I do like their oils. The oil look nice. What happens if we mix some colors in here? Cool. Now everything is just being ignored by my tablet, including Alt. So I need to figure out what the heck is happening there. I basically just reboot my tablet and hope it realizes where we're at in Clip Studio Paint. There we go. Just need a nice little reboot. And we are good to go. Alright, cool. So now everything's actually working, which should make life a heck of a lot easier. So, if you've been a watcher of the Do You Even Art series on YouTube and Twitch and stuff like that, or even, have watched any of my quick streams or anything like that, or follow me, you'll know that I do a lot of poster work and stuff like that, and I just kind of disappeared out of nowhere, which I promise was not intentional at all. Basically, a lot of life changes happened over and over and over again that caused quite a bit of turmoil just in life in general, and it just kind of took its toll, to say, the very least, when it came down to stuff that was going on. So I did kind of disappear completely. I was still doing art. If you follow me on Instagram and Facebook and stuff, you'll know I was still doing art, but I just wasn't as active streaming wise. Mostly just because of craziness going on in the world of ThatStevenRice, to put it lightly. And if anyone knows me, they know I hate moving and everything. So if you haven't been following me that much and you heard that I moved, then that's probably a little shocking. But I'm still in the same city that I've been in for the past, what's it been? Coming up on 6 years. So that's where we're kind of at, and it's just one of those things. So, alright, enough of that. If you guys have actual questions or anything, you can let me know, but we're going to dive in and just kind of get things moving. I know there's honestly nobody watching yet, from what I can tell, but that's alright. We'll kind of work our way through things and go from there. And it shows that I have a Twitch watcher, but that's just me watching watching and making sure that the output's working right, which I'm about to close because no need for it. So, with that all being said, I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I have no idea. I'm just going to kind of start with a soft brush and paint around, and either it'll turn out awesome and revamp things, or it'll turn out terrible and I'll be like, I'm going to take another 7 months off from streaming and everybody will hate me again. But, it's just the way it goes. I've still been doing steady work for Inspire, Pro Wrestling, www.inspireprowrestling.com. They have a new event coming up soon. There is no tomorrow, so check that out. If you're in the Austin, Texas area, that's where they are. And we'll go from there. So, I'm rambling just because I'm not sure what to paint still. And you're looking at this blank screen and wondering, is he ever going to actually draw? I don't know. I might. Like I said, I'm second time using Clip Studio Paint. The first time, I just took the pencil out and just doodled an eyeball and wanted to see if my eyeballs were still doing all right. So let's see what we can kind of just start off. Like I said, I don't have an idea, so I'm starting really, really light and fluffy, just doing some shapes. Let's see if these shapes kind of give me an idea. Or if nothing will give me an idea. I don't know. But I'm just going to noodle and doodle. And we'll kind of go from there. A noodling and a doodling. Doodling and noodling. Looks like I'm going to be doing some type of portrait. From what I can tell here. Okay. So my style normally is very exact, very Drew Struzan kind of need 20 portraits done in a week. I can do that super quick for you, and I do that method and kind of go from there. But I'm trying to just do something a little bit different with this one, and just utilize painting techniques and values, and just see what kind of comes out. And I completely forgot that I don't have a drink here, so I need to get a drink soon. Looks like I'm going to have kind of a weird double-headed character here. I like that idea. So start with that and see where we can kind of go. And it would be really cool or really dumb, and either way, I don't really mind. I will be back in a second, though, because I need a drink, because I am not used to talking more than 4 words at a time, and it's usually saying, Xander, stop doing this, and Xander, stop doing that. So I'll be right back. And I'm back, and I brought multiple drinks, including energy drinks and caffeine. Anything to take my mind off of things and stuff. Things and stuff. Stuff and things, as it were. I should just keep repeating myself over and over again, and that'll be swell. So I'm pretty sure I'm just going whole hog in on this 2-headed kind of creature thing, and we will see what's happening. And hopefully my audio is really, really clear. I do have my microphone set up a little different, but also my new apartment is right next to a major road. And being that it's right next to a major road, I hear everything even with all the windows closed. So it's just the way it kind of goes. However, I can look down and see how bad people drive and how many people try to run the red light at the corner. So it's fun in that aspect. Not really fun at all. But it's a new apartment. It's a new start. Unfortunately, my son is not here today right now. He is with his mom. She decided that she wanted to have him over for Mother's Day, and it's the first time he's actually slept over at her house. So it's one of those things. I'm a little nervous. Not sure how he's taking it or anything. I called just to see, but did not get an answer. So it's the way it kind of goes. So we're going to paint this symbiotic, weird, double-headed creature thing. And you guys get to hear me stream. And we'll go from there. With Halloween 3 on in the background. Which you can't see because I completely forgot where my webcam is during the move. It is somewhere. But frankly, you don't want to see me. You just want to see the art. I don't even know if you want to see the art. But see those motorcycles. Those are the ones that wake me up at night. But that's alright. We got 0 viewers, and I'm talking to myself. But I'm painting. That's what matters to me. I can't really complain. It's still content for my YouTube channel, and Twitch is always fun. Honestly, can't remember the last time I actually streamed anything. I know it was quite a while ago, but don't remember exactly when it was. That looks terrible. Whoa. Sensitive touchscreen is sensitive. There we go. I'm probably going to only work on this for, I don't know, maybe an hour or two at the most. Just to, like I said, I wanted to just get kind of used to Clip Studio Paint and just see if it works for stuff like this. I'm still going to probably do the majority of all of my work in Photoshop until I find something that's, a little bit more in tune with what I do, if there is going to ever be anything other than Photoshop. But we'll see. So far, I'm having fun, and that's all that really matters. Is if you're having fun, you're working on art, just have fun. Just kind of do it and see what's going on with that. As I dig into my Lifesavers gummies, because I need sugar to survive my anxiety attacks, of which I've been having many today, and that's alright. I'm trying to think through the anatomy of these two. Is there one that primarily does the breathing? Is there one that does all of the eating and stuff like that? I'm not sure. The key's always to stay pretty loose and just let stuff breathe. least for the beginning, and see what I can do later. And because I'm not very adept with Clip Studio, I'm going to be using a lot more layers than I normally do. In Photoshop, I kind of know how everything reacts and changes and stuff like that. Clip Studio, not so much. So I don't want to just dive in with a new tool and have it completely mess up the entire piece. So I'll layer it up and see everything that I can do with it and kind of do that. Right now I'm sticking, I know you can't see my tool palette because I have my chat window and stuff open, but I'm using just the soft airbrush, it looks like. Yeah, soft airbrush is where I'm at. And just painting. Because why not? And now it kind of feels like I'm looking at a portrait through many cataracts. But I do like the way the airbrush feels. It's pretty responsive. Doesn't lay down color too heavy. And this is just the default kind of stuff. This guy kind of looks like H.P. Lovecraft almost. So, being that he has almost the H.P. Lovecraft look, I am going to add tentacles. Because why not? Just a bare kind of hint of tentacles back here. Another tentacle in here. Now, here's the question. Are these tentacles attached to them, or are they something in the background? Guess we'll find out as the painting kind of talks to me and tells me what it's looking for. Is that Nyarlathotep out back there? Who knows? I don't know. It's possible. What we can do. See, I don't like that one. That one bothers me. So put that one there. You know, doing this types of paintings is a little awkward for me, but you always got to try stuff, new stuff and good stuff, or you'll never grow as an artist and be stuck in a rut, much like I have been stuck in a rut for a while. And that's alright. So I recognize it and working towards trying some new stuff. So who knows if this guy will even end up actually looking like Lovecraft by the time this is over, but You know, hey, it's alright. You want to kind of darken up the entire bottom here a little bit. I really want the fact that it's a two-headed creature to show a little bit more than I care about the body down here. Try to pay attention at least to a little bit of the anatomy of what this creature may be. It's kind of part human, so make sure I have the muscle striations where they're supposed to be, all that kind of fun stuff. But we'll find out. We'll find out what's going on. Or at least I'm going to try to find out what's going on. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Let's see here. Move to a different airbrush and see what we can find out with this one. See how this guy works. Alright. Well, hello, goodbye to our one Twitch viewer. It was very nice to see you for those 2 moments. Let's keep this going. This is becoming creepier by the minute. H.P. Lovecraft hanging out above this head. Keep accidentally hitting that rotate ring when I don't want to. There we go. I turn it off, but then there's going to be the time that I really want to use it in this program. And I'll forget that I turned it off, and I'll get all angry. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that to myself. Alright. I'm liking the way this is turning out so far. trying not to dive in too far to doing details and stuff yet, because that's one of my bad habits. I always like to jump right in and make the most detailed and craziness kind of stuff. And we'll see. We will see. Do I like that one? I don't like that one. I like the hints of tentacles and stuff coming around here. And there goes the motorcycles again. I find it humorous. Except when it happens late at night. But it doesn't happen that often, and my bedroom's on the other side. Towards the quiet side of the world. It's a little too bright and distracting up here. So I'll tone that down ever so slightly. I don't want the white up top to compete with the highlights I'm going to be adding pretty soon here, actually. I'm going to start the highlights now. Bring in some of the lighting here. Nope, that doesn't work there. Around here, this is working a little better. Yeah. I'm liking it. We will keep on keeping on with this. If you tuned into the stream late or were half paying attention or anything, I'm working on a little quick personal piece just to kind of learn a new program. I'm using Clip Studio Paint, which I know a lot of manga artists and stuff like that use. But seems like a very well-rounded program since I changed it from Manga Studio to Clip Studio. So I decided to give it a try and see what I can create. I'll make sure I save this real quick just to be safe. I'm just gonna call him HP Squid. That's his name. So I gave it to him. HP Squidcraft. Not sure what I'm doing here. Maybe kind of an organic kind of skin thing, but kind of like it. I don't think I want to overdo it, but a little bit there looks kind of cool. Just a little bit of shadow. Then darken up the bottom. Yeah, there we go. That looks fun. I like that. I don't know if I'm gonna have a regular stream time anymore like I used to, where I'd stream, every night or two. But I'm gonna try to definitely stream a little bit more than I have been. Maybe a once or twice a week thing. And the thing that makes doing some streams hard is some of the stuff that I work on is for films that aren't out yet and stuff like that. And I never know in time. I never know whether or not it's approved or not to show any stills from the movie or anything like that. So it's a little harder to get things like that ironed out beforehand, especially if I just completely forget that I should do a stream and all I'm working on are these independent films and stuff. When I'm doing something personal like this, where I'm just kind of noodling around and having fun and seeing where the world takes me, it a lot easier. A lot easier. Looks a little bit too much like organic armor. It's kind of fun though. I also don't know if I'm going to do any kind of color or anything yet. That's what happens when you choose an impromptu stream. And you watch all the other people on YouTube and stuff like that. They're like, well, I have this idea and I'm just going to do it and bust out this amazing art. I'm not that amazing artist. I'm just a guy shaking up a Rockstar energy drink. Please sponsor me. I hate having to pay for these. And painting something. Something that reminds me of something. Lovecraft up here is just kind of stoic, staring straight forward. I want to be more racist and homophobic, but I am dead. Just gotta take some of that social media picturing. Get some stuff up. Now, one thing that's not coming across on here is that their heads are kind of combined. You can see it in the neck, but I want their faces to be kind of connected too, so Let's get that kind of feel in here. It had that feel, and then I kind of just painted over it because I wasn't sure if it would look very good. So I am fixing that because I wanted to connect. I'm going to use that color here. Another thing I am relatively new at art-wise, and you know, people are going to be like, well, you've done how much artwork and you're kind of new at this, is, you know, painting in values first. I do it on some pieces, but not all the time. And I probably should, because you can get some really good results and really good detail before you even have to start thinking about, hey, what color is this going to be anyway? That way you don't have to worry about the contrast of the piece color-wise nearly as much, because your contrast is going to be built in there. On this side of his face to be a little bit further in the background, but not hidden. Let's see what we can do. I know what I'm gonna do. It's kind of like a misty fog over it. We can bring his nose back a little bit. Kind of reminds me, this guy here, of one of the Goombas from Super Mario Brothers movie. Is that his little grin I gave him? Should put little fangs like that. Totally Goomba him out. No, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with his mouth, but for now, I'm gonna keep those little Goomba fangs in there because I find it fun. It's my image, darn it. I'm such a jerk. I'm gonna have him drooling a little bit. There we go. I like it. It's getting there. See, we're about 44 minutes into the stream. So, I think I'm going to ride this out for about another 15. And see where we're at the end of the hour. And if I'm still feeling as inspired by it, then maybe I'll have the stream go a little bit longer than I was originally planning. But so far, I think it's turning out pretty well. Pretty well. I have this guy's eye here be a little blind. He's looking less and less like H.P. Lovecraft now, but that's alright. I had a feeling that would happen if I give him his chin back here. There we go. I warned you that was probably going to happen. Want this kind of haze around their heads, and just have the focal point be this area here. And then away we go. For some reason it doesn't pick it up on the stream, but I have this toolbar over here, and you'll see I click on stuff and then you don't see anything pop up, but right here is my color wheel where I'm making my color choices and stuff. And Clip Studio Paint's weird when it comes to OBS setup and everything. So, well, I'm doing my best for my first run here. But I will say, I don't know if it's because I'm using a new program or just the events of today getting to me and make me feel all types of weird about stuff, or whatever it is, but this is turning out pretty good, and kind of enjoying Clip Studio Paint. Feels more in tune for artists overall. I don't think I'd ever fully give up Photoshop because I've been using it since I think Photoshop 2.0 was what I had when I was in school. I don't remember anymore. But I might start doing all these types of paintings when I do them in Clip Studio Paint instead. Kind of like it. Just so you remember, this is where we kind of started out with the H.P. Lovecraft looking dude. Had some tentacles, got that kind of feel, and now we're starting to detail things out on that layer, of which I'm going to another layer, add some more detail. I think it's safe now to kind of dive in a little closer and kind of work on things here. Now, what's pulling his mouth up here? That's what I didn't think of. What it is his mouth is going to be connected to his chin. Just like that. Maybe I should pull his mouth down a little bit then too. I just realized what kind of concept this kind of is. It's almost like they're conjoined drama masks. One happy, one sad. But a little bit more deranged than the regular drama masks. I just aged him out horribly too. You know, it's not bad. I don't like what I did there. I want to get rid of that. There we go. That's a little better. Join those back up. So this is where I'm gonna end it for the day. Thanks to the one or two people who popped in throughout the stream just to check things out and see who this crazy man was. But this is where I'm gonna stop it for the night. Make sure to save it up real good. And thank you so much for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube later, please hit the like button if you liked what I did so far, and definitely subscribe, share the channel, share the love, get my name out there, and we'll kind of go from there. Either way, I am ThatStevenRice. You can check me out on all my social media right down below at ThatStevenRice. That's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. All of that is right there. My website right there, ThatStevenRice.com, which has my blog and link to my portfolio. And thank you so much for joining me at the creation of this piece, and I will be seeing you next time. Have a great one.